We have a lot of people in rural Pennsylvania, a lot of people in rural northeastern Pennsylvania that benefit from Medicaid every day of the week. So we're going to fight like hell against any attempt to destroy Medicaid, undermine the Affordable Care Act, and send people back a couple of centuries like some of these guys would do. So we've got a long way to go on health care. But along the way, as we're debating health care and trying to hold President Trump accountable, like we had to do this week, when he and his team so far have refused to appoint a special counsel, in essence a special prosecutor, to investigate the mess that Russia created for our democracy. Despite that, we're going to continue to fight to hold him accountable. But we can't win those battles over time unless you have the opportunities to collectively bargain and organize for your own workers. Now, if you work for the federal government, put your hand up if you work for the federal government. You've already contributed year after year over the last decade. You've had to give up pay and other benefits to help balance the budget or do what Republicans wanted to do in earlier budgets. You've already paid. And you know what you are? If you are a federal government worker, you know what you are? You're a public servant. A public servant. You're not just some throwaway group of Americans like some Republicans seem to believe. Now I know we're supposed to be bipartisan. This isn't a Democratic event. I understand that. This isn't a political event. But it's also an event where we've got to speak the truth about who is on the side of workers. So whether it's federal government workers, whether it's workers who represent people in nursing homes and in healthcare settings, whether it's unions that may not represent the government or hospital workers, but are building trades unions. There are all kinds of unions across the country and workers who are part of those unions whose livelihoods are at risk because of what Republicans are trying to do. What you have now is an extreme Republican Party running the House and the Senate, and guess what? They have a guy that arrived in Washington on January the 20th with a pen. So all of the things that we could stop before, because President Obama would veto their extreme legislation, now they have someone with a pen who will sign the bill. So we have to fight extra hard, and we have to, even as we do our daily work, and you serve the people like you do, you're even doing more on top of your job, and that's why you're here today.